In terms of transfers, this is from Mike McGrath on Twitter. Sheffield Wednesday have made an opening bid for Troyes forward UGBO, who was at Hillsborough last season on loan and scored 7 in 17 starts to help the club stay in the Championship. Other second-tier clubs seriously interested and watched by Premier League clubs. So, wheels have started turning a lot more on UGBO. Jack, is it happening?
I think it is, personally. I mean, it all depends on how the negotiations from the club side go, because I can't see UGBO having many issues with personal terms with the club because, I mean, he made a whole video, like, professionally edited, dedicated to his time at Wednesday and everything, and how Wednesday players that were here and played with him last season were all saying, "Where are you?" And, you know, in the comments of his Instagram posts and stuff like that. And you should be here and we'll see you soon and all that sort of stuff. And I just think it's all a case of let's make sure that the City group don't mess us around too much. I was about to say a swear word to do with mess around, but I won't. But yeah, let's just hope that the City group who own Troyes don't decide to mess us around too much, because of course we all know that the charges of alleged financial wrongdoing that are hanging over their flagship club, Man City, and they will need to be milking every possible revenue avenue that they possibly can. UGBO being one of them, because they've realised, he actually did a really good job for them last season.
It doesn't work like that. Could be a separate club. It'll be a completely separate, even though if they're in the group, even if they're in the City group, Man City is separate to Troyes.
But
however,
Troyes is also struggling because they just got relegated.
will have to balance, Troyes will have to balance their books. So
that's
there
why
is
they'll
that
be,
side of it.
You know, milking every possible avenue they can anyway.
They already have done, because he's already done a deal on a winger who's gone to Lille, I think. And originally, I think his value was 2.5 and he'd gone to like 3.6, maybe pushing 4 million. So they already have done. The issue they got is they're going to play semi-professional football, so they need as many people off the books as humanly possible. With UGBO being quite high up on the wait list, they're going to want to get it done quickly. Now, the issue you've got with this for me is that we need to be in there quickly and fast and make sure we don't mess them about. I know you're talking about saying let Troy not mess us about, but we can't mess them about as well. We've got to have this right. I suspect that personal terms are already agreed and it's all just waiting on their feet.
I really hope it's one of the ones that we can push through before we go to Germany.
If that's the case, it needs to be done Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a funny feeling that's the time I think they want it to be done, if they can get it done. At the end of the day, you look at that record, seven goals in 17, that is fantastic. Your issue is if someone like a Brentford suddenly say, hey, we need a striker, this is going to be cheap, it's the money ball situation, they come in.
That's why you need to pull it. It needs to happen. It needs to happen before England get back. Because the thing is, if the wheels on Tony move, like I don't think UGBO would.
That's my issue.
I don't think Brentford will replace Tony with UGBO. To be honest, but to be fair,
I don't think he will. But I think it's the kind of signing they would look at.
If you move before a tournament ends, then usually you're in a better position because the players that have featured in the tournament that have caught the eye, they're the ones that the wheels really start moving on afterwards. So the transfer window is about to ramp up massively next week because the players will be coming back from tournaments. All of the players will be pretty much back. It'll be a case of, right, let's do the business here. Let's get players through sort of thing. UGBO wants to come. The deal's got to be right. I reckon if the reported fee of like 2.5 million is there, that's the sort of thing that's rumoured at the minute. That's fantastic. Pay 2.5 million, get him through the door. In my opinion,
not going to happen.
Do you not think it will?
It's not going to be 2.5 million. Not a chance.
Why?
I think this is going to be more pushing on close to 3.5.
Well, that's fine.
Generally, I generally think it's going to be a bit more than 2.
The ceiling for me would be around 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the highest we go is 3.5. If they want any more, I think we walk away and look at other targets. As much as we want him, and Danny.
For me, I'd say 2.5 with add-ons. To be honest.
Yeah, it's I can see them being bad with the negotiations. I can see them trying to get as much money out of it as possible, and I get that.
Yeah.
Maybe you do 3 with it raising to 3.5 over, saying if we get to the Prem or something like that, you put an option in like that to do it, or there's a sell-on fee. That the way you kind of go.
What we need at the minute is we need the journalists to dig as hard as they can in terms of like what we've currently spent. It'd be really interesting for us to find, like, because we
spent we spent 1.
We've tried to dig as well, but like,
well,
no, I mean in terms of specific deals,
million.
In specific deal, yeah, Valerie 1.6 is the alleged rumor, is it?
Yeah, the alleged rumor we spent 1.6 million on Valerie.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot more than because it was reported about 500k.
Yeah, French media said we given them 2 million euro, which equate to 1.6 million, and it kind of put to bed this whole thing of Chansiri's not going to spend that much. Chansiri, if you actually notice what Chansiri's doing, what Danny wants, Danny getting within reason. With most of the targets he wanted, they're coming straight away. And the thing is, I think you get UGBO in. You then turn and say, what can you do in the loan market next? Because I think that's where you go next. You wait until all the Prem teams have got all the players back from European competition, and that's where you pick up, say, a Prem midfielder on loan or something of that nature, like Peter Harris, who we've looked at. That's where they start.
Peter Harris.
Yeah, I can never say his name right. Shock horror, punk can't speak. But here...
no, but Jake, can't you remember? No, Chansiri's got no money. The club's got no money. The club can't spend anything. We're running out of money. Chansiri's ran out of money. Don't you remember?
IKE UGBO, first bid has been made. Let us know what you think about it in the comments.